And the Republicans, of course, are talking about something that looks a little different than comprehensive health care reform. They're talking about a step-by-step process. And as they do that, some Democrats in Congress are talking about so-called muscling through their plan for comprehensive health reform on a reconciliation basis. And what that basically means is that they would only need 51 votes in the Senate as opposed to 60. This is something that's very controversial because it relates to 1/6 of our economy. And you heard Lamar Alexander this morning raise with President Obama the fact that then Senator Obama didn't seem to think that reconciliation was a fair procedure when he was part of the Senate minority, when the Democrats were in the minority. And here's a soundbite to that effect, and I want to get your reaction.
Essentially have still two chambers, the House and the Senate, but you have simply majoritarian absolute power on either side. And that's just not what the founders intended.
So this president has come to the majority here in the Senate and basically said, change the rules. Do it the way I want it done.
I say to my friends on the Republican side, you may own the field right now, but you won't own it forever. And I pray God when the Democrats take back control, we don't make the kind of naked power grab you are doing.
Is the president prepared to sign a bill that comes to him after having been muscled through the Senate on a 51 vote?
Well, first of all, just to explain to your viewers what reconciliation, this process that you're talking about is, it's an up or down majority vote. It's just a vote of a simple majority, up or down. But right now, there is the discussion of legislative tactics is not what we should be talking about today. What we should be talking about today is the goals of health insurance reform for the American people.
But respectfully, ma'am, that is what we're talking about. I mean, I understand you don't want to talk about it, but Lamar Alexander talked about it. The president talked about it. Our viewers are talking about it, and they want to know whether this is an option that, unlike what President Obama said back in 2005 when he was a senator, is now suddenly no longer as reprehensible to him.
Well, you know, should we look at what happened today? I mean, there was a lot of discussion of finding common ground. There's a whole discussion going on today to see what the areas of common ground between Democrats and Republicans could be. They found several areas of common ground.
But, ma'am, what is the answer to my question?
Well, you're talking about what if there is absolutely no consensus out of today? What if? You're talking about several steps down the road. You know, should there be absolutely no way to find any agreement between Republicans and Democrats? And we are in the middle of a discussion right now where we are looking at the areas of agreement. So there's, you know, talking in hypotheticals about what might happen if they absolutely can't find agreement doesn't really do a service to what's going on today, because they have found many areas of agreement so far.
You won't rule it out?
Well, you know, look, the president has always said what he wants to do is find consensus with the Republicans who are at the table today. You know, if that didn't work, certainly we'd want some kind of you know, we would hope that they wouldn't try to block an up or down vote, an up or down majority vote. But there's no reason to go in that direction now. Let's see what happens today. There were hopeful signs of agreement today.
Well, I have to go because we're out of time. But I'll give you one more chance, ma'am. Yes or no? Is reconciliation on the table as far as the president is concerned, or isn't it?
The president isn't ruling out whether or not, you know, anything, whether an up or down vote down the road if it becomes necessary. But right now, what he's focused on is finding areas of agreement with the folks who are in the room with him today.
All right. Linda Douglas, thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you.